Alright, hope everyone's doing well today. Today what I got is another Magic the Gathering lot collection, not a collot, I don't know, that I bought off eBay. This one I'm surprised I got. I paid like $21, which was more than I wanted to, but he was asking for like $48, and I offered him 15, almost sure that he'd be like angry with my offer. And he accepted it instantly, so I think he just wanted to get rid of them. I did see some dark steel cards. I saw a foil, but I didn't really look at the picture too much, and it said like 300 something cards. And if I remember, I'll put the link down in the description if you are curious about it. And yeah, so I just took a chance, and the way that it's packaged makes me think that they're just loose in there. And some of you might say, oh, that's upsetting to me, they could be bent. But for me, that means hope. It means that maybe he doesn't know a thing about them and he just treats them like regular old playing cards. So who knows, maybe there's some gold in here. Or maybe 300 lands. Only one way to find out. And in his buy history or sell history, he had no Magic sales. He was selling just a bunch of like knickknacks and stuff. So yeah, we'll just be very careful and cut this open. I have no idea how the cards are stored. Like I said, they could honestly just be like in every corner, just doing whatever. And then I guess I'll just try to slit it down here. I did put duct tape on here, but knife is quite sharp, and hopefully I'm able to get through it. Well, it looks like this box is reused. Someone's address is on there, so I will cover it up. Hopefully I didn't just like cut through like some cards, but it's okay. And open. Actually, he did do some packaging. Tissue paper. Lovely. And if you've never seen one of these videos, I'll do like a sort, and then I'll just kind of go through them. And it might take a while. And by that I mean it probably will take a while, but yeah, just that's what's in store. And I did see this, which interested me in the picture. I remember this. Yeah, I saw a NVIDIA graphics card sticker, which I thought was interesting, and also made me want to buy the lot even more. I don't know why, but it just made me feel like maybe he had no idea what these were. But so yeah, you can slap these on your computer or your friends, I don't know. Cool. Stickers. Boom. And I guess I'll just like put them into general piles. I see an Odyssey Swamp right off the bat. Some Dark Steel. Let's try to keep them in order. It looks like a whole mess of artifacts. Doesn't look like 1,000 lands. I see some Morden. I'll kind of angle the camera down a wee bit, but keep the stickers in frame, I guess. The box. Lose the box. Well, I do see a foil island, beautiful, from, I forgot that set's name. I always, Mercedes or something, masculine, I don't know. Probably don't even know how to pronounce it, but beautiful foil swamp, so I'll just put that in the foil pile already. I see some, ooh, Kamigawa. Hopefully there'll be some cool stuff in here. I really have no idea what to expect, but there's only one way to find out. That is to take the time, sort it, and go through it. So, I already start the foil pile. The sticker pile is over here. And I guess I'll just do a basic sort. If you can see, this is the stack of cards. It's like 300 or something, 325, I can't remember. I'll just slip the knife away. Don't need it anymore. And I'll start sorting. I'll do commons, uncommons, rares, and mythics. I don't even know if mythics were around when Dark Steel was invented. I see some 5th Dawn. I see 2 rares right away. 3 rares. Okay. It's gonna be a little bit. One of them was a foil. Oh no, this was a foil. Dark Steel. That's some Morden. Who knows? This could be some good stuff in here. Or who knows? It could just be a whole lot of jargon. But guess what? I am fine with either. Just a fun experience. Never expect to make money off buying lots on eBay, because most likely you won't. Treat it as you would a booster pack. Fun to open, but really not much chance of getting your money's worth. I'll start a non-basic pile, I guess, next to the foils. Getting some Urza's land. So there's actually some older set stuff in here. I'll try to keep it in frame. My bad. Am I zoomed out all the way? Yes. Oop, whoopsie poopsie. Into the commons. A lot of artifacts. Some Morden lands, gotta say. One of my favorite, like, arts. These look so amazing. I don't know. Just like, what are they? Are they power lines or something? Some non-basics, some artifact lands. Some Kamigawa uncommons. More Kamigawa, Goblin Warriors. Who knows what's in here? Not me. I haven't seen the original Saviors. Oh wow, what is this? Like the Beatdown set or something? This is some old stuff. This is a common still. Some Odyssey, some Urzas. Actually, wow, I'm surprised that there's even no set cards. What is this? Fifth and fourth edition. Interesting. So I'll start a no symbol pile because these are the sets that didn't incorporate colors into the rarity, so you pretty much had to know by heart. I got a foil, throw that into the foil pile. Ooh, got an unsummon. What is this one? Revised. Cool. Q. Ooh, Chittering Rats. Rat deck. Lovely. Just doing the quick sort. Yum dum dum. Lots and lots of stuff. Some more Darksteel Cadets. One of these. Boom. This. A wolf. Looks like an elephant with a... Is it a lamppost? Probably. Wouldn't want to mess with him. Some Talons of Pain. Flip these. Looks like I got some Cloud Posts. These are great. Locust lands. Actually a few. So now I definitely have a playset of these. And if I put 3 of these down, it says Cloud Post comes into play tapped. Add 1 for each, 1 to your mana pool for each Locust in play. So each of these would add 3 mana to your pool because 1, 2, 3, 3 Locusts. Very cool. So those are pretty nice. Got a Terror from 4th edition. Got some Odyssey Swamps. Another Cloud Post. So I have a playset right here. Very beautiful. Loop. Those would be great for like an artifact deck. Just really with the mana acceleration. Throw it in with some Urza's Towers and all that stuff and just have a lovely time. Lots of stuff. Another Darksteel. Some of these cards have some wear, but perfectly fine with that. Lots of Darksteel. There we go. Some original Kamigawa. Hopefully, I don't know. That's one of my favorite sets. And what is that? Interesting hand creature. I don't know. We'll check it out later. Some more 5th Steel. Barbed Lightning. Vex. Unsummon. Some 8th edition. More unsummons. Can't go wrong with unsummons. Just a simple 1 cost. Put it back in your hand, please. Some Goblin Warriors. Some artifacts. Chittering Rats again. Elephants Equipment. Magnetic Flux. Kamigawa. Some Mirrors. Some Spirits. Elf Spiders. More Barbed Wire. Some Goblin Warriors. Why am I getting so random with these like unglued lands? But awesome. I'll start an unglued land pile, I guess. That's crazy. Got that. Another one of those. And Urza's Legacy. Some Morden. Some rares. Bada boom, bada boom. Can't believe this. If there's a unglued swamp in here, I will be the happiest man right now. But I don't want to wish for more than I can chew. And I'm very happy with what I've already got. This alone had made me very happy. Not expecting that, and just a nice little treat. Because these are just honestly beautiful lands, I feel. Would you climb that to the top? Heck yes, that is the answer. Lovely. Just lovely. Some more Darksteel Cadets, some more Moradin. I think this one is actually a little bit of money. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm not a manual of Magic cards. I just enjoy the game quite a bit and the art, and I like to share that with people who also enjoy it. Lots and lots and lots of cards. A Drake. Thoughtcast. Another Apprentice Wizard. I thought this card was pretty cool. It's a 0/1, but blue and a tap, add 3 generic to your mana pool. So you could put some more mana out there. And the look on his face is very like, oh? I don't know, intriguing. Got an angel, a rare angel, got a rare something. I'm just doing a quick sort, not really paying attention. Chittering Rats. You notice the cards that I point out are ones that I've used quite a bit. And like, ooh, a bat. I want to make a bat deck. Another Chittering Rats, another Darksteel Cadet. Looks like he was in love with the artifacts. There's nothing wrong with that. Another bat, ogre, sorceries. So, and then I have this little pile left over here. Probably, I don't know, 200 cards or something. I see a 7th edition island on there, but we will get to that later. First, we'll just do the sort. So many Chittering Rats. I gotta have a playset in here. But I mean, I already do. Insects. Artifacts, artifacts, artifacts. Goblins, artifact creatures. More artifact creatures. Beautiful, beautiful mirrors. Magnetic Flux. Seen quite a few copies, doubles. Beautiful counterspell from 7th edition. Gotta love it. You know that's awesome. I just wanna put this to the side because I like this card. So it will live over here. Can't go wrong with the counterspell. I'll just throw that in the pile of cards that I look through when I want to build a deck. Got some Fisteel Golem rare. Another one of these Scepters. Another rare. Surprisingly, I'm getting some rares and some foils and Unglued Island and some commons, and honestly, so many sets, just like Saviors of Kamigawa. I saw one Champion to Kamigawa, I believe. Who knows if I'm saying it correctly. Some 4th edition, like quite range. Didn't really see this in the picture, but then again, I didn't look that hard because I thought for sure he would just say, no thank you, that offer is way too low, but I appreciate it. But I guess at the end of the day, he accepted. Another island. Not too many lands in this. Another artifact island. Some Onslaught stuff. Got some 5th Dawn rares again. Some uncommons. Now there's so many Darksteel. Whatever, Cadetal. But that's alright. Got an island. Arcbound Crusher, Reshape, Counterspell. Throw that into the lovely Counterspell pile. This is a 6th edition. La la la. Got a foil. Into the foil, another Counterspell. I guess I'm going to have a Counterspell pile. Can't go wrong with the Counterspell. Just simple, simple, put it back. Boom, 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 boom. Gain 6 life. Artifact, 7th edition island. Got a playset of Counterspells. So many artifact blues. He liked blue artifact land, it looks like. A swamp. I think that was the first swamp I've seen. But that's okay. Flippy flip. And we are almost through the piles. Some 7th edition rare. 8th edition rare. These cards have a little bit of warp, but I don't think it's water damage. I think it's just like sitting funky damage. But really, that doesn't bother me whatsoever at all. Getting quite a bit of rares. Human Samurai Archer, Bushido one. That's expensive to play him. I don't know. I'm just talking out loud. But I like my samurais. La da 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 da. Got a bunch of mirrors. And we are almost at the point of the end of the pile. And there we go. So let's take a quick little backup look at the spread. Got my counterspell pile. Got 4 of those. Got a few foils. Got a bunch of non-basics. One unglued island, unexpected. Some just older lands. Actually, quite a few rares. Quite a few uncommons. Rares and uncommons almost be about the same amount. Pretty much a few of these, but they're mostly Apprentice Wizards, except the Terror, I believe. But that's okay, and a nice stack of commons. So let's start, I guess, just looking through them. I saw a bunch of doubles and duplicates, but that's alright. The first card I got, let me angle this down just a tidget, is a Mere Land Shaper. It looks like he's just walking through the forest, kind of rearranging it or tearing it down or something. Gotta say, beautiful art. Very lovely, very artifact looking like. And yeah, artifact creature Mirror. It's a 1/1. It's a 3 cost. Generic. Tap. Target land becomes an artifact in addition to other types until end of turn. So if you're playing an artifact deck that has like affinity for artifacts, you could use that to successfully use that to like lower the cost, or a creature that has the power of artifacts you control or something. So quite useful. And I'll put the commons over there that I go through. They'll be over here. You won't see them, but they'll be there, I swear. I got a Nurko Prodigy. Looks like he's controlling something in some sort of like weird chair. I don't even know if he's like flying. There's like fire in the background. Definitely some arcs of lightning. It looks like his hair is a little bit on fire or blue. Actually, that's a lady, I think. And interesting. 2 and a blue, human wizard flying. It's a 2/1. Discard an artifact card from your hand. Return Nurko Prodigy to its owner's hand. Interesting. Looks like I got an elf warrior. Look at that beast. Those are very interesting looking, like I don't remember what they're called, like I can't remember, where you pull on the horse. I don't know, I don't get it. It just looks like it's sitting in his mouth and he just wants it there. Tel Jalad Outrider. He's got a huge old sword, looks like an elf. He's riding a wolf that looks like he's got some like jewelry, or like maybe he's half robotic. I don't know. He's got green eyes. I might try to grab his tail, but I might lose an arm. I don't know. Very cool art though, I'm not gonna lie. Looks like he sees something and he's grabbing his sword and he's about ready, and the wolf smells something. 3 and a green, elf warrior, protection from artifacts. Artifacts, get out of here. And 3 and a 1. Very cool. I got a Machinate. Looks like some giant guy in some weird spacesuit, some staff of some sort, walking through some city or something. I'm not quite sure. Very interesting, very strange, very artifactish feeling. 3 and 2 blue, instant. Look at the top X of your library, where X is the number of artifacts you control. Put one of those cards into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. So if you're playing an artifact heavy deck, this could be quite useful and help you get the card you need. Very cool, very cool. And if I see a duplicate that I remember, I'll just point it out and throw it in the comment pile. I got a Darksteel Pendant, 2 generic. Looks like an owl mask. I really do like owls. Yeah, even my logo's an owl. Yeah, I actually found that it fell off where I used to live. Like, I don't know, probably one of the higher floors. I just found it on the ground. Darksteel Pendant is indestructible. Destroy effects and lethal damage. Don't destroy it. 1 and a tap. Look at the top card of your library. You may put that card on the bottom of your library. So pretty much you get a scry for 1 if you want. Interesting. Cool. Gives you a nice option. And gotta say, love the owl look. I totally want to have that. Looks like I got a Goblin Shaman. I remember this. Sacrifice a mirror and something happens. He's got a crazed look in his eyes, and the poor mirror is gonna melt away, Terminator style. Croca Clan Stoker, like he's a fire stoker, except it's with metal. 2 and a red, got creature Goblin Shaman, 2/2 creature with tap. Sacrifice an artifact, add 2 red to your mana pool. So if need be, throw one of them mirrors away into the volcano, and it will produce 2 fire for you. But the poor mirror, I feel bad. But really lovely art. I mean, look at all that detailing right there. Just the lava splash. And his look on his face. Very beautiful. This is by Pete Venters. Very cool. Good job, Pete. I got an Inflame. Looks like his arm got burned off, or it's burning off, this poor elephant soldier. His tusks are quite interesting. I'm not even sure if they're made of ivory. He probably sold them for better ones that are made of like platinum or something. I don't know. If I was an elephant, I might sell my tusks. 1 red. Inflame. Inflame deals 2 damage to each creature dealt damage this turn. So if you attack with a bunch of small like mirrors or something and do damage to creatures and they have some life left, your opponent will be laughing at you that you sacrifice your creatures. You throw it on the Inflame and burn away their creatures. Sorry, Mr. Elefante. You don't live today. I got a Viridian Allocate. Interesting. Looks like he's doing something mystical. Looks like he has a sword on his back, but he's not even worried. He's just, I don't know, trying to communicate with nature, it looks like. 1 green elf. It's just a 1/1 drop, and it has 1 tap, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. So if you have an elf deck and you have some cards that maybe require different mana, you could throw this in to help pay for that mana. Very cool. I wonder what he's trying to do. He's got a serious look on his face and very large ears. Interesting. I got an Echoing Calm. Not quite sure what's going on. It looks like there's 3 copies of him. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm not sure. Okay, the text makes the same. Makes sense. 1 and a white. Destroy target enchantment and all other enchantments with the same name as that enchantment. So if I put down my mirror gallery and put down a bunch of my shrines, and they put this out and say, you know what, take away all those shrines with the same name, I'd be out of luck and I'd have to do that. So yeah, looks like I got a human soldier, Aruko Galvemaster. It looks like she's almost flying or gliding. Her legs, I don't know, she looks like a ballerina dancer. Look at, I don't even know. But she got a sharp old surgical looking knife and looks like she's ready to poke you. Interesting. 1 white, human soldier. It's a 1/1. As long as as long as Akirana Glavemaster is equipped, he gets +1/+1 on first strike. So if you give her favorite weapon, she'll get stronger and strike first. Smashity smash. I got a metal fatigue, so it looks like the stress of the metal just caved in and it collapsed. Almost looks like a decaying crab or something. Very interesting. I like that. It's like a graveyard of artifacts. I'm sure it does something. 2 and a white, and it's just an instant that taps all artifacts. Cool. So that's cool. I like that. I got a Bar of Lightning. I know this card. I think it's pretty cool, and it looks like it pierced this poor pterodactyl in the heart through it. I would say he has no chance of survival. Rest in peace. But look at that beautiful art, beautiful shading. You can feel the pain. Poor guy. 2 and a red. Instant. Choose 1. Barbed Lightning deals 3 damage to target creature, or Barbed Lightning deals 3 damage to target player, and it has an entwine cost of 2, and that means choose both, you pay the entwine cost. So if you play this for 4 and a red, you do 3 to a creature and 3 to a player. Very cool, very cool. And I got another Echoing Calms. Got another Akurana Glavemaster. Another Echoing Calms. Looks like that elephant before his arm got burned off. Loxodon Mystic. He's probably a clerk. 3 and a 2 red. Looks like he's holding some sort of lamppost light, and he's got very crazy armor on. Yeah, interesting. If I was him, I'd be holding like a sword with my trunk too. I don't know, because I've never seen elephants with fingers. But that's just me. Elephant clerk. White tap. Target creature. 3/3. So, pretty cool. Pay white, tap him, and tell your opponent to tap a creature and be like, nope, can't attack this turn, or can't block, or something. Very cool. Ooh, got the Samurai Archer. Gotta say, I love samurais. I will think about putting in my deck, but I'm not sure. Oh, for spear. Okay. Taneko's a cavalry. 3 and white. Beautiful horse, beautiful archer. It looks like he is quite skilled. And just beautiful scenery, really. Creature, human, samurai, archer. I feel like you should have reach or something. But nope, he's just a 1/1 for a 4 drop, which is kind of crazy. And has Bushido 1, so if he's blocked or becomes blocked, he gets +1/+1 until on the turn. So if you block him or becomes blocked, he's a 2/2. And it has tap cavalry. Taneko's cavalry does 1 damage to target attacking or blocking spirit. Very specific. Yeah, you'd have to be up against like a spirit deck, but in this set there was a lot of spirits, so that kind of makes sense. But I wish it wasn't just spirits. Oh, here's a spirit, could do damage to him, but look, it's from that set. I got a blade main Baku. Interesting. It looks like its main is made out of blades. I don't know how that's comfortable or nice or anything, or how he can even I don't know, maintain a life. Interesting. I feel like you just cut everyone he knows and everything. 1 in a red, creature spirit. Well, he's already dead, I guess. Well, whenever you play a spirit or arcane spell, you may put a key counter on Blade Master Baku. Key counters, I forgot about those. He's 1 red for 1 in a red for a 1/1, and it has 1 remove X key counters from each blade Blade Master Baku. For each counter removed, Blade Master Baku gets +2/+0 until end of turn. So if you're going to be sacrificing a bunch of spirits or something, put a bunch of keys on him and then give him some strength if you want. Interesting card, but I don't know if it's worth sacrificing some spirits for. And the next card I got is Ritual Restoration. I know this card. Very interesting. They're like some magical, mystical people doing a spell and bringing someone back into this world. Looks like he's half back, or he has very pointy arms. Or maybe it's like some sort of bug. Very interesting. He almost has like a frog face, and he has like a lion face? I don't know. Very blue. I like blue. 1 white. Return target artifact card from your graveyard to your hand. It's a sorcery. Would work great in an artifact deck if you had some white splashed in. Very cool. Very cool. Looks like I got a spirit. Petron Ghost. It looks like that one from Barb Lightning came back as a spirit and is seeking revenge. Very beautiful art. Love the landscape, how far it goes back. The blades of grass look very mechanical and artifacty. Just love it. It looks like he kind of just like came from whatever's spouting out of there. 1 in a white, creature spirit, flying. Sacrifice Patron Ghost, return, regenerate target artifact. So if you must, sack him to regenerate and save an artifact you have out. Got another one of hymns. I got a Veldikin Engineer. Yes, I've seen this one before. He's like working on a mechanical ant. Gotta say, wonderful art. Look at those ant eyes. The shading in it, and it's just very beautiful. It looks very spherical. And yeah, look at those like mandibles or whatever. Crazy, crazy. So it looks like this guy's in a spacesuit, and he's some sort of super genius with 4 arms, and he's just making an ant friend. 1 in a blue, creature, Velden Artificer, tap. Add 2 mana of any 1 color to your mana pool. Spend this only to play artifact spells or activate abilities of artifacts. And he's a 1/1. So very good for an artifact deck. If you need to get some color out there, throw him in and he can give it to you. I got Echoing Truce. I opened up a lot recently that had a bunch of 5th Darksteel in as well. Very cool. Echoing Truce. 1 and a blue. It looks like these 2 creatures were out there and some currents are coming and sweeping them away. Look at the detailing. And the teeth, the shadowing. They're like rocket vents. Very interesting. These dragons look like they're going out to sea. Instant. Return target non-land permanent and all other permanents with the same name as that permanent to their owner's hand. So if your opponent has a bunch of artifacts out that you don't like, make him return it. Very cool. And he's got to. I got a Nourish. Looks like this elf lady standing in a very strange pose. I'm not sure. Maybe she was asked to pose for that for the cameraman, but I can't imagine. I don't even know. And it looks like she's about to eat or drink whatever these things are. It looks like almost pear-like when she's holding it, but with like a glass outer shell. I still can't get over the way she's standing. It's almost like there was a photographer in her world, but I feel like there aren't any in Magic the Gathering. Oh well, 2 green, and you just gain 6 life. So 2, and you gain 6 life. Boom, very nice. Reap the Sow. Very beautiful art. Rob Alexander, great job. Look at the work on that, just beautiful. All the bark work, everything. See a little bit of water, some like haze or something. Just lovely, truly. 3 in a green, sorcery, choose 1. Destroy target land, or search your library for a land card, put that land into play, and shuffle your library. And it has an entwine cost of 1 in a green. So you can pay both for 4 and 2 green. Very cool. Got another Nourish. I got a Lenolembola. It's like that one weapon that I think I don't even know who used it, and like you throw it and like catch an animal by the legs and it wraps around him and just pretty much makes him fall. Looks like this has some magical fire or something to it. Interesting. One artifact equipment. Equipped creature has tap unattached Leona Bola, tap target creature, and equip cost is 1. So you can pretty much keep oh, sorry, just itched myself. Keep tapping creatures if you want with this, equipped and unequipping. Very interesting card. Looks like I got a big old golem. He's got long red hair, or something, or stuff's growing on him. He looks like his fist is almost glowing from heat or something, or he's just red. Oxida golem, maybe it's like oxidation, rust or something on him, not sure. 6 generic artifact creature golems, affinity for mountains. So if you have 6 mountains out, you can play him for free. What did I say? For free. Yeah, but that's why he's such a low cost, because affinity. And he has haste, so right away he can attack. Very cool. I got an arcane spyglass. Very interesting. Looks like a very nice telescope or rangefinder, like a golden band or something. Very nice looking. I like the detail on the lens. Very beautiful. 4 generic artifact, 2 untap, sacrifice a land, draw a card, and put a charge counter on arcane spyglass. Remove 3 charge counters from arcane spyglass, draw a card. So kind of a lot to do, but it will give you a card draw if you need be in a situation. I got a Thoughtcast, affinity for artifacts. It looks like this guy is just like some massive brain hive. I'm not sure if that's all part of him. 4 arms and like a spacesuit. Another one of those strange spiked balls, and it looks like he's just controlling something. 4 and a blue, affinity for artifacts. So if you have 4 artifacts out, he'd only cost 1 blue, and it should draw 2 cards. Very cool. I think this is a nice card. I got a Dross Golem. Looks like a zombie or something. And he's just got a stick or something. Is he trying to bend it in half? Maybe, I don't know. And also looks like he's sort of burning or fuming up. 5 generic cost. Affinity for swamps. Yeah, there he has some blackness in him. Or swampness in him. Whatever. So if you have 5 swamps out, boom. You can just throw him right down. And he has fear. And he's a 3/2. So fear means he can't be blocked except by, I believe, creatures that share its colors, or artifact creatures. Or other creatures with fear. I'm not quite sure on that. It's been quite a while. I hope I'm correct. I hope I'm not giving out incorrect information. I got a Vex. Looks like this green guy is trying to stop a summon spell or something. You can tell it's like stopping it and slowly turning green, and he is putting everything he has into it, clenching his fist, roaring, and just fighting for it. 2 in the blue, instant, counter target spell. That spell's controller may draw a card. So it's a counter spell. Still, counter spell's better. It's just 2 counter target spell, and if you can tell, underneath the counter target spell, it says nothing else. Very simple and reliable. This one makes them draw a card, and it's 3. So still, love me my counter spells. I got a Spire Golem. Looks like some flying, crazy monster made of like aluminum or something, or gallium. I kind of want some gallium to play with. 6 generic artifact creature golem, affinity for islands. Well, he does look like he came from the water, and it looks like it has artist mark 2003 something T. Darren Batter. I'll take his word for it. And yeah, affinity for islands. So if you have 6 islands out, boom, he's free. If you have 4 islands out, you just got to pay 2, and he is flying, and he's a 2/4. Very cool. Looks like I got another Mirror Land Shaper. Got another Durkin Engineer, another one of them. Another Inflame, poor Elefante with his arm just being burned off. Looks like I got an Arcbound Bruiser. Looks like he's being held together by some sort of magical spirit bond or something. I don't know. It just looks like he's made out of earth elements. And it actually looks like there's some guy's legs in there. I don't know. Definitely looks like there's a guy inside of his hand. Strange. I think you'd notice that. But his body is like some sort of like vessel, it looks like. I don't even know. And there's like a guy in his arm. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. 5 generic, artifact creature, and it has modular 3. And it's a 0/0, so it has nothing, but when it comes into play, you get to put 3 +1/+1 counters on it, so it comes in as a 3/3. And when it dies, you get to move those counters from this to a target artifact creature you control. So if you don't have another artifact creature, those counters fade away. But if you have another one, say another one of these, you can put the 3 onto the other Arcbound Bruiser, and it would become 6/6. Very cool. And then when that Arcbound Bruiser dies, you can move those 6 counters onto another Arcbound Bruiser, and it would become a 9/9. Big old thing. It's gotta have reach, this spider. This is very Black Widowish looking, like very crazy. Definitely wouldn't want to get bit by that, but I gotta say, lovely art. Look at the hairs on the legs and everything. The spider webs, very interesting. Tangle spider, yeah, don't want to get tangled with that. 4 and 2 green. It's gotta have reach, I'm guess. Spider, you may play Tangle Spider, and you can play you can play an instant, so it's got flash. And Tangle Spider may block so add flying, and it has reach, and it's a 3/4 spider. So yeah, you can throw them down and stop them from attacking with them flyers if you want. Very cool. I got an Echoing Courage. It looks like some sort of crazy Hulk monster. Honestly, looks like his right arm is a little bigger than his body, and he's got 2 brothers or friends or something in the background. Huge sword on his back. I'm not sure why I don't see the bottom coming out. It must be quite short. And they're just screaming in the forest. Something traumatic happened. One in the green, instant target creatures and all other creatures with the same name as that creature get +2/+2 until end of turn. So if you got like a whole lot of Arcbound Bruisers out with a whole lot of modular tokens out and a whole lot of everything, you can even add 2/2 to each of them and just make them even stronger, and it's instant. So very cool. Or you can just do it to 1 creature. Looks like a Mere Folk kind of crab creature artifact. Affinity for a forest. Okay, interesting. Tangle Golem, so it looks like he likes vines. I don't know why he's so red like a lobster shell. Very interesting face. He looks more Mere Folk and looks like he has like a claw or something. Looks like he's got like spiked knuckles. I think he's clenching his fist. I don't think those are his fingers. Don't know. 7 generic. Affinity for forest. So if you have 5 forests out, he'll cost 3 to play. And it's just a 5/4 creature. Just a big boy. Very cool. I got a Burden of Greed. It looks like a spider or some sort of hex or something is on him. And it looks like, I don't know, something in this tree or something is connecting to his brain and almost maybe living off of him, or keeping him prisoner, or just draining him. I'm not quite sure, but his face does not look like he's having fun. So I assure you, he is not. 3 and a black. Instant, target player loses 1 life for each tapped artifact he or she controls. So if you play a card that taps all artifacts, then you play this next, you can get them a lot of damage. Very cool, very cool. I got an Echoing Ruin. It looks like it means it does 2 things or something. And it looks like it's destroying some sort of war vessel, some sort of goblin technology. Not full enough for probably a dragon blast. I don't know. Ooh, I burped. Excuse me. Pardon my French. 1 and a red. Sorcery. Destroy target artifact and all other artifacts with the same name as that artifact. There we go. So these were probably like 2 war machines from the goblins. And they were the same name. They should have named them different, but they didn't. And thus they died. I got a Razor Golem. He's all full of razors, charging down a mountain. Crazy, like an abominable snowman. Don't even want to mess with him. Affinity for planes. I'm surprised. It looks like he's on a mountain. So if you have 5 planes, he costs 1, and he has vigilance. Attacking doesn't cause him to tap, and he's a 3/4. Very cool. I got a Dark Steel Ingot. It is 3 generic. It looks like a ring or something, or some jewel with atomic or like something spinning around it. Very cool feel. Gotta say the background is lovely, blue into the yellow and the orange. Lovely art. Martina Pelarova. Respect. Artifact. Darksteel ingot is indestructible. Destroy effects and lethal damage. Don't destroy it. So if they played something that says destroy target artifact, wouldn't do nothing for him. And it has tap, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. So if you need some color in your artifact deck, add one of these guys and you can get it. I got another Thoughtcast. Very great card, I feel. I got a Drooling Ogre. Quite gnarly. It looks like he's about to just grab this guy who has like... He's just like holding up an ingot like it's nothing. He's strong. Or I don't know, maybe he's going to throw it at him. Try to break his teeth. I don't know. That's gross, and his tongue is like slapping out the side. And his armpit is just disgusting. It's got like spikes. Ugh. Gross. I feel like he's a ball. I just like roll him down the hill. Nice sun in the background. Nice covering over the structures in the background. Very cool. Very cool. One and a red creature ogre. That's a 3/3. Ooh, 2 for 3/3. Whenever a player plays an artifact spell, that player gains control of Drooling Ogre. So, if you're going to take a chance and hope your opponent doesn't play artifact spells, you can get a nice strong creature out kind of early. Very cool, like that. Another Echoing Ruin. Another Odyxen Golem. Another Razor Golem. Arcane Spyglass again. Another Engineer. Another Mere Landshaper. Another Arcbound Bruiser. Ritual of Restoration, another one, and I don't think I did this one. Looks like this poor, strange C3PO zombie clone Essence Drain. Looks like he's slowly losing his power. 4 and a black sorcery. Essence Drain does 3 damage to target creature or player, and you gain 3 life. So it's the black version of Lightning Bolt that costs 5, and you'd also gain 3 life. Boom, boom, boom. Got another Tangle Golem. Got another Neurok Prodigy with neurons or something. Who knows? Very cool wizard. Another Machinate. Got a Magnetic Flux. Looks like some sort of total dolphin head creature. Maybe his head is broken open, or maybe that's just what it is. And he's got some chicken legs going on. Definitely very chickenish looking with those like rings. Or bird legs, who knows. 2 and a blue, and I gotta say I love the structures in the background, those metallic structures. And the the artist looks like he did it. R4BZ, Alexander Rabonowitz. Very cool. And artifact creatures you control gain flying until end of turn. Very cool. And looks like my battery's gonna die in a minute, so I'll be back in a second. Alright, we're back in business. And I got another Darksteel Pendant. I got a Mere Moon Vessel. Very interesting. It looks like, is he holding a moon? Is he floating in space? The artist is Dan La 203. Danny Orzo. Interesting. Very interesting art. Looks like something's happening to him and something is emerging, like a moon or something. Very cool. 1 generic cost. It's a 1/1 creature. When Mere Moon Vessel is put into your graveyard from play, add 1 to your mana pool. So when he dies, he turns into a colorless land, and I guess that's what pure mana looks like. Pure colorless mana, anyway. Very cool. Got another Oxenden Golem. Probably pronouncing most of these names incorrectly, and I'm sure you know that, but by now that is a common thing amongst this channel. I got an Arcbound Hybrid. Always reminds me of Boston Dynamics. They are awesome, and Google bought them years ago. Soon Google will rule the world. I hope not. 4 and 4 generic artifact creature haste. Modular 2. When this creature comes into play, put 2 1/1 counters on it. So it's 4 cost for 2/2 with haste. And when it dies, you're gonna move it to any other artifact creature you have. Very cool, and it's a haster. Looks like it might have 1 or 2 heads. All its feet are on the ground. You know he's traveling fast. You can see like the motion blur. Nice shadow work. and an artist signature. I always like cards where they put their actual signature on it. Respect. They should put their signature on it. It's a beautiful piece of work and they deserve it. So, Alan Pollock. I don't know where I see it, but 05. Very cool. Interesting. Interesting. I got an arc-bound worker. Looks like he's doing some sort of mechanical work. Not sure. Maybe feeding oxygen into some sort of crucible or something to keep the flame at the right temperature or something, or maybe impurities out. I don't know, but it looks like it's some sort of metal work. Maybe he's trying to make some more artifact friends. Very interesting feat. He's held together again by some sort of like force or something. I like it. I like this picture. And in the background you can see some huge structure that you can only imagine is, I don't know, and you can see like volcanic liquid coming from it, and it looks like a floating rock up there. And I just wonder what he's thinking about. He's probably like another day on the job. One generic artifact creature, and it's a 0/0, and it's just a modular, so it comes in as a 1/1, and when it dies you get to move it to another one. So it's really cool if you're playing like an artifact deck. And yeah, I mashed my finger actually with a screwdriver, ripped off a whole lot of skin, but that's beside the point. Modular 1, it's really good if you have like a playset of these in an artifact deck, because if you get 2 of these out like in your first few hands, one dies, put the counter on the other one, and then you can yeah, get a 2/2 out right away. So I got 2 of thems. Got an arc-bound stinger. Looks like he's trying to get that thing from Harry Potter, the snitch, the golden snitch. He almost looks like a bee or some sort of insectoid. Very sharp fingers. I'm sure I wouldn't want to hit him to grab me. Again, he's held together by some sort of like electric magic field. Very cool. 2 generic artifact creature, flying in modular 1. So it's like his brother with wings. Very cool, awesome, and it's flying. I got another one of these clan strokers. Poor Mir, rest in peace. Another Darksteel pendant. An Golem eye. 4 generic. Looks more like, I don't know, is that supposed to be like worn around your head over your eye? I guess so. Maybe it'll let you see something. I want to see. Just interesting, very interesting. Got some rope work. They did a very good job. That looks quite nice. The metal, like brass or something. I don't know. And it's a 4 generic artifact, and it has tap, add 2 to your mana pool. So it's like a soul ring, except a lesser version of a soul ring, because you have to pay 4 instead of uno. But still very good. Another Arcbound Warrior, another Enflame, poor Elefante. I got a Scavenging Scrab. I feel like all the commons were like Darksteel. Oh, none of those are Samurai. What am I talking about? Oh, I still have another pile. Scavenging Scrab. This is just like, I feel like a street sweeper, just scraping up the old dead artifacts, bringing the metal back to the forgery to make more. Interesting. Crab-like. Got those red eyes hidden in there. He looks well protected, and that's when you hide behind a rock when you see him. 3 in a black creature, insect. A huge old insect. You need a huge old shoe for that. And scavenging scrab can't block, and he's a 3/3. Not too bad he can't block, but I guess he's like a cockroach, and maybe when you see him, he just scatters. Got another Mirror Moon Vessel. Pure Energy. Another Arcbound Hybrid. A Chattering Rat. I love this card. Well, it's a great card, I feel, but well, it's a good card. I don't know. Interesting. Looks like there's rat spirits in the background. He's got crazy claws on, like I don't even know, like Wolverine style. He's got interesting feet. His tail looks like it's like bone or something. I don't know. He just looks vicious. And ugh. 1 and 2 black for a 2/2 rat, so he's not a 1/1. And when Chittering Rat comes into play, target opponent puts a card from his or her hand on top of his or her library. So you pretty much stunt their draw for another turn, because they draw the same card again. Love rats. And then almost done with the commons. I'm sure there'll be a bunch of repeats like this guy. I got a Whispering Cloak. Equipped creature is unblockable and can't be targeted with spell or abilities. And its equip cost is 2. It looks like some sort of rogue or something, some sort of spirit you put on the cloak and you're pretty much invisible. Almost has an owl theme to it. Wonder if it's the same artist who did that like owl pendant thing. Very cool. 3 generic cost. Lovely. Got another Arcbound Hybrid. Another Tangle Golem. Another Razor Golem. Another Nourishment. The ugly but yet so disgusting but well drawn drooling ogre. Like, that thing is just gnarly. I don't even think he can close his mouth ever. His breath must spell horrible. Horrible. Got another Dross Golem. He's got affinity for the swamps. One of these again, a Leona Bola. And got a bat. Interesting, interesting. He's got like a little smirk on his face, I feel. I don't know. Bats are interesting. When we were kids, we used to put a tennis ball inside of a sock. And when you'd notice bats were out, and throw it in the sky, and then the bats would chase it down to the ground. They never like touch you, but they get close. I don't know, that was always fun. And a very random fact. Grimclaw Bat. Looks like he's got some grim claws on him. Do you have Death Touch or something? Okay, this bat's actually pretty cool. 1 in a black. Oh, okay, he's alright, cool. Flying, black, pay 1 life. Grimclaw Bat gets +1/+1 till end of turn. So, if it need be, you can pay some life, stop a creature and kill it, or actually get in a bunch of damage and win the game. Like, I don't know, like if you had like 10 mana out and you had like 11 life and your opponent only had 9, I would pay 10 life and 10 mana and just go for the kill. Got another Drooling Ogre. Got another one of these. Another Chittering Rat. Another Grimclaw Bat. Another Grimclaw Bat. Another Burden of the Greed. Another Chittering Rat. Spire Golem again. Scavenging Scrap again. A Crazed Goblin. He's got a crazed smirk on his face. Interesting armor. Interesting weapon. Almost electrical looking, but it looks like it's facing the wrong way. But I don't know. And these guys in the background, they're just like maybe hiding from him or something, because he's so crazy. He just wants to fight. He's a 1 cost for a 1/1. Crazed Goblin attacks each turn if able. He doesn't know how to say no. So, he's an attacker. Got another Tangle Spider. Ooh, looks like some equipment. Got a mace of some kind. Very intricate metalwork. But really, it's the artist. And look at the shading on that mace. That is just beautiful. They did quite a good job. Respect. You can see some like lava pouring in the background, maybe to give it some feeling that it was forged from lava or something, even though lava is rocks. But to each their own. 2 generic artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+2, and its equip cost is 2. Attach this to target creature you control, equipped only as a sorcery. This card comes into play unattached and stays in play if the creature leaves play. Just generically how artifact works. So you put this out, put 2, and it doesn't go to a creature right away. You put it on the side, and then you have to pay 2 more when you can play a sorcery. Put it on the creature, and it's on there. And when the creature dies, it goes back to the side, and if you want, you can re-equip it or something. Another one of these Arcbound Stingers. Bzz, another Thoughtcast. Another Essence Drain. Very cool. So many Drooling Ogres. Ooh. It almost looks Puma-like. That's definitely that one wolf that Elf was riding. No doubt about the same artist on that. It's got to be Pablo Parente. I don't know. Interesting. I feel like I can pronounce foreign names better than English. Yep, that's my brain. 2 and a green. Beautiful looking creature. He looks angry, like he smells something. He's got golden claws. Looks like mechanical. Like tendons or something, I don't know. Just very beautiful. Looks like there's like power supplies going into the tree. Artifacty looking creature wolf. Whenever Tel Jed Wolf becomes blocked by an artifact creature, Tel Jalad Wolf gets +3/+3 until end of turn. So if you're playing against an artifact deck, he'd become a 5/5 if they ever decide to block with an artifact. Take that. Got another Barbed Lightning. Boom, right in the heart. No chance. I got a Quicksilver Behemoth. Very interesting. Looks like it's almost swimming or maybe floating. I don't know, but it looks like it has an internal heat inside of it. Very interesting. Can't really tell with the face. Oh wait, that's totally the face. Those are like his hands. Looks almost whale/catfish like. It's got some whiskers, and usually you don't want to touch those whiskers because they can sting you. And yeah, interesting. It is a 6 and a white, probably affinity. Yep, affinity for artifacts. I thought it would be affinity for blue, but no, that would be too easy. Then you could pretty much play it very nicely. But so if you had 5 artifacts, you'd only have to pay 1 in a blue, and he'd come out. When quick silver behemoth attacks or blocks, return it to its owner's hand at the end of combat, and it's a 4/5 with a strange ability. Got 2 of those, another one of these guys, another Echoing Truth, another one just wash away. But lovely art, really. Another Vex, and it looks like my pile is becoming an unpile. Another Neroke Prodigy, another Echoing Truce, Viridian Allocate, Got another Metal Fatigue, the Graveyard, Golem's Eye, Razor Golem. Very cool. Another, this is totally the Wolfield's riding, Teljet Outrider, Arcbound Hybrid, another one of these Patron Ghosts, a Vex, Teljet Outrider, another Tangle Spider. Oh, the pile fell. 1 second. And I need to stretch my legs. I'm fixing to sit for the pile and stretching my sleep legs. It's alright. Got another Nourish Naturalized, another Crazed Goblin, another Oxidized Goblin. Ooh, beautiful picture indeed. Except it looks like there's disgusting snails or leeches all over her. She doesn't seem to mind. She just is digging the day, I guess. Blessing of Leeches. Oh, what a blessing to have that many leeches on you. You'd be lovely. You just watch yourself die. 2 and a black. Enchant creature. You may play Blessing of Leeches anytime. You can play an instance. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life, and I guess it just gives it regeneration whenever you want, because it is a 0-cost regeneration. Don't see too many 0-cost cards like that. Older cards with, like, before they kind of figure out abilities, had, like, kind of stuff like that. But yeah, very cool. From some Saviors of Kamigawa. So now maybe we're on some Kamigawa stuff. I got a Psychic Spear, so it looks like this, I don't know, is that Predator? I don't know. Well, it looks like he's totally just came out of nowhere and almost like literally speared this guy with energy with Psychic Spear, and this guy had some like claws or something. Looks kind of almost sliver-like, and that looks like a pepper. Probably a hot one too. Very interesting. Gotta say, this picture is beautiful though. Look at the coloring. His tongue, his mouth, the shading, the reflection off that, the pepper. Just honestly beautiful. Lovely. And the artist is Ron Spears. About to say if it was Ron Spencer, but it doesn't look like it. 1 black sorcery. Target player reveals his or her hand. Choose a spirit or arcanine spell from it. That player discards it. It's also a discard card only if it would be good for this set. Lots of spirits and stuff. And the new set has some spirits and stuff. Shadows of Innistrad, but it's risky to have these. And I got another Mirror Moon Vessel, some pure colorless land right there. Another Arcbound Stinger. Got another Magnetic Flux, fly. Another Echoing Calms. Got another Lexodon Mystic. Got another one of these. Got another Antmaker. Beautiful art. Another Chittering Rats. Got a Dross Golem. I swear he should be like Golem Zombie. He totally looks like he's like fuming and like, is he trying to break that? I don't know. What's on his mind, if he even has a mind. Ugh. This one feels extra thick. I don't know. Is it extra thick? Nope. I'm just insane. Probably. Another one of these. Arcbound Bruiser. Echoing Decay. I don't believe I've read this one. It looks like 2 beams came down and penetrated these guys. This guy looks like he's splitting. This guy looks like he's just falling. He has some sort of spear or something. I like the view from like the ground view. You can see the grass in front. Really like that. The black like in the front. Very nice. Very good balancing. Darker over here, light over here. Love it. 1 and a black instant target creature and all other creatures with the same name. It's that creature gets -2, -2, and 12, I figured that. I figured they were going to be like the same and have something to do with the same. But honestly, this is a great art. Lovely. Another crazed goblin. How many crazy goblins will I get? Magnetic Flux again. Another one of them. I got a Thought Courier. One and a blue. A wizard with a very big head or a cap on. And interesting goggles. And he is holding some orb or floating some orb. It looks like he's by those like metal pylons or whatever, kind of in the sky. Beautiful clouds, by the way. Very well drawn. Look at the shading of his like arm muscles and those fingers. Just ridiculous. Love it. And the cloth itself too. Very good. Looks very good indeed. It is a 1/2 dark steel human wizard. I mean 5th Dawn. That's a 1/1 and it has tap, draw a card, then discard a card from your hand. So if you don't like a card in your hand and you feel like playing the lottery, draw again. Another Barbed Lightning, cool card. Another Echoing Truce. Another Echoing Decay. Another Vex. Go away, spell. Go away. Ooh, this is interesting. The only one I think I got from Saviors of Kamigawa. One of my favorite sets. I don't know. Looks like there's some floating jellyfish or something, and that looks like, honestly, like something from The Thing, which is a great movie, by the way. Great effects. Nothing can beat those effects. Kadama's Reach, and looks like it's coming from like the force, so it looks like it's actually a hand that's just extended like Elastic Man or something, and he's going to grab something. Like maybe he's coming to grab us. I don't know. 2 and a green. Search your library for 2 basic land cards. Reveal those cards. Put one into play tapped and the other in your hand. Then shuffle your library. Could trigger some landfall and give you some land. Interesting. So he's pretty much reaching around to grab the mana he wants. Gotta say, very beautiful picture. Like the forest over here. Very nice here. And the dark clouds over there make it quite balanced and interesting flying creatures. An interesting hand. If that was my hand, I'd be a little freaked out. Got another Arcbound Stinger, Zap. Another Arcane Spyglass. Another Arcbound Stinger. Another Tango Golem. I'm gonna have so many artifacts. Another Meridian Arrowgate. Another Nourishment. Still don't understand why she's posing like that. I mean, unless that's just how she stands. She's got like her leg in the air. I don't even know. Interesting though. And another one to tell me that, yeah, Boston Dynamics pretty much. Dross Golem. Beautiful, beautiful picture. I don't know. Very cool. Angry Wolf. Purple lips. Rawr. Ooh. Is he just made of candles? Wax Mane Baku. Okay, it is from like Kamigawa. Saviors of Kamigawa. So it looks like he's almost, like a lion, except he just has, he grows candles instead of hair, and it looks like he also sheds them, so he'd probably leave a trail of fire behind him, and that's not something Smokey the Bear would like. He has 2 white Spirit Speecher. It's a 2/2. Whenever you play a Spirit or Arcane spell, you may put a key counter on Waxmaker Baku. Remove X key counters from Waxmane Baku. Tap X target creatures. So whenever you play a Spirit or Arcane spell, I assume if you put him in a Spirit deck, you can put a bunch of key counters on him, remove a key, and tap as many creatures as you want. Yeah, it depends how many key you want to remove. Very cool. Another Ant Maker. A Hollow. I don't think I've had this one in this lot. Looks like he's almost just standing in there, putting up some crazy magical field, this lion man, and just turning that beam into nothingness. It slowly fades away. Very lovely, very beautiful. Hollow, 1 white instant, prevent all damage. Target spell would deal this turn. You gain life equal to the damage prevented this way. And again and again and again. And an Arcane Spyglass. And another one of them's. Another Lamp Light Holder. Another Teljet Wolf. Hunger for the Nim. Now this is a interesting creature, very interesting, almost webbed-like fingers. Not sure if there's like a what's going on downstairs. I think there's like a caveman cloth holding in front of him. He's got some like armor on his head and interesting hair and almost like a growth coming out of his chest. Ugh, I wonder if a face hugger got him. Gotta say, love the clouds in the background and very nice grass. Good picture. Hunger of the Nim, 1 and a black. Sorcery, target creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn for each artifact you control. So this would come in handy if you have a lot of artifacts out. And there was a card I drew that had like tap, target land becomes artifact. This would count towards that, and yeah, very interesting. And yeah, as an innie. Another Grim Claw Bat, beautiful. Arcbound Worker, itch my thumb. A Drill Skimmer, 4 generic mosquito looking things with like definitely look mosquito like. Interesting, looks like they suck up nectar or something. Butterfly wings, beautiful. Looks like a herd of them floating in the sky. If I saw those, that'd be pretty scary. I don't know what I would do. Probably tennis racket time. 4 generic artifact creature, 2/1 flying. Drill Skirmisher can't be targeted of spells or abilities as long as you control another artifact creature. So if you is the one behind it him? Nope. If you had 2 of these cards out, they would not be the target of spell or abilities because they're each influenced by the other's artifactedness. Very cool. This is the common pile who's overflowing. Burden of Greed, I've seen that one. Gnarled Mass. Now that is something, isn't it? Looks like there's some interesting spirits or something going on. Some crazy looking tree that came to life with mouth and then 2 smaller mouths. Looks like the small mouth of an alien that pops out and like bursts through. I don't know. If I saw that in the forest, I'd probably try to throw a rock in his mouth, but from far away. He's got like a very almost octopus looking eye and feel to him. I like it. I really like this art. 1 and 2 green by Tony Shazuldio. Sorry if I'm probably saying that wrong. It is a creature spirit and is a 3/3. Just cool. So for 1 and 2 green, you get a 3/3 creature spirit that looks pretty crazy. Awesome. Let's finish off the common piles. Got a Chittering Rat, Essence Drain, another Target Spider, another Reap and Sow. Beautiful picture. Looks like I got a wall of a Nim from Moradin. 2 and a black. It looks like these creatures are raising from some swamps, just emitting fumes. Poisonous, noxious fumes. I don't even know. They just look gnarly. Ugh. Like if you, I don't know. Ugh, gross. Instant, choose one. Regenerate each creature you control. Wow. Or Wail of the Nim deals 1 damage to each creature and each player, or entwine. So you can pretty much, that's really cool. You can regenerate all of your creatures and then do 1 damage to each creature player. So pretty much if they had like a bunch of Eldrazi Skyans out, and you had a bunch of rats out that are 1/1s, and there's our 1/1s, play 4, 2 and 2 black to entwine, and do 1 damage to everything, but your creatures will be regenerated, so they will survive and theirs will not. I got Phantom Wings. Looks like some flame wings on some sort of golem with a big old basher. Very cool. You can tell he's going very fast by all the lines. Very cool. Very spiky back. Looks like he might have a little bit of scoliosis. Not sure. 1 and a blue. A little bit of wear on this card, but it just shows it was loved. Enchanted creature. Enchanted creature is flying. Sacrifice Phantom Wings. Return enchanted creature to its owner's hand. So slap this on a creature, and then if you want to save it, you sacrifice this and save it, and it will come back to your hands. Another Grim Claw Bats. Another Arcbound Worker. I got an Urza's Saga. It is 1 cost for a curfew. Interesting. It's like a boomerang, except cheaper, except you don't really get a pick or anything, and it's a creature. Each player returns a creature he or she controls to its owner's hand. But I'm not tired. Go to bed. That's funny. Papa's telling her to go to bed. And the artist's signature, very interesting. Like my handwriting, cannot be read. Randy Galagros. Beautiful art. Very blue. Like the old border. Cool. Urza's Legacy, and this is, I can't remember the set, like a battle something, but very interesting. It looks like it has something to do with lands. You can see some mountains, some islands, some forests, and some swamps all mixing together into an eye. Now that is some interesting stuff, and that eye is drawn quite well. The shading is quite nice. And there's also red little specks in there, which I'm not quite sure what they are, but this is some beautiful art. Power Sync. Oh, so it's a drain. Interesting. X and blue. Counter target spell unless his controller plays X. If he or she doesn't, that player taps all lands he or she controls and empty his or her mana pool. Interesting. So this is also affects their mana if they don't counter it. Awesome. I like that. I like that indeed. Another Ant Maker. Another Echoing Ruin. I got a Master Blade Shinobi. He's a ninja, not a samurai. It looks like he has some sort of roped weapon that is bladed, and he looks almost like I don't know, a person, I think. I can't tell. I was going to say like a goat, but it also looks like lightning or something's come off of him. 2 in a blue by Kev Walker. Yep, I can read that one. Human ninja ninjutsu. And it's a 1/1. Master Blade Shinobi deals combat damage to each player. You may return target creature that player controls to its owner head. Whenever Master Blade Shinobi deals combat damage to a player, you can return target creature. Okay. Ninjutsu is it's an interesting thing. Return an unblocked attacker you control to your hand. Put this card into play from your hand tapped and attacking. So pretty much, if you have an unblocked creature that is attacking, you can pretty much switch places with him with this card, if you pay the ninjutsu cost, and get him to attack. And then at the end of the turn, you can pick to control. You can pick a creature to come back to your hand. And you can make it him, and honestly, just keep doing that. Little mind tricks, very cool. With another cloak, I got a Trap Root Kami. Very interesting, almost lotus looking like, and Venus flytrap feel. Got some vines, some spikes, and looks like no fun, but very cool looking. 1 green, creature spirit, defender, 0 star. Ooh, what is this? Taproot Kami's toughness is equal to the numbers of force in play, and it can block as it had flying. So if you got 4 forests out, he's a 4. He's a 0/4. So he's pretty much like a wall that can block anything. But gotta have a bunch of forest. I got a Goblin Cohort. 1 red. Goblin Cohort can't attack unless you played a creature spell this turn. It's a 2/2. So it's 1 for 2/2. But if you haven't played a creature spell this turn, he, I guess, is confused with himself. I don't know. He's got very, very small legs and feet ratio. But I like his blue eyes, and his weapon is interesting choice. Got a first volley. Looks like some blades or something. Almost like the symbol set. Are just flying through the sky, maybe with some heat behind them. 1 in a red, instant arcane. First volley deals 1 damage to target creature and 1 damage to that creature's controller. So it's a 2 cost for a damage to creature and damage to controller. Bada bing, bada boom. Got another one of these maces. Got these crazy looking mosquitoes. Got another Glaive Master. Ritual of Restoration again. Another rusted golem. That's what I feel like calling him. A Vex. I got the fire catfish whale thing again. Another one of these beautiful wolves. Almost looks like, I swear, cat-like, but it's not. Another Patron Ghost. I got an Unforged. This card always, I don't know, reminds me of Wally or something for some reason. He just looks so sad and he's just melting. Someone threw him in the volcano. Probably that one goblin. Tender or fire tender, whatever. 2 and 2 red. Instant destroy target equipment. If that equipment was attached to a creature, Unforged deals 2 damage to that creature. So you get to destroy equipment and hopefully end up killing the creature on it. But if not, it still kills the equipment. Very cool. Very cool indeed. Some more mosquitoes. Another Thoughtcast. Another Arcanine Spyglass. Another Vex. Another Hollow. Beautiful art. Love the land. I mean, like the, what are those called? The straw field, I guess. Another cloak. Disciple of the Vaults. Looks like he is drawing power or something from these relics. And there's like clouds of smoke around him. He is very interesting. Almost looks like he has a hole going right through him. And in his arm as well. Like in his stomach and arm. I don't even know. Maybe there's a growth coming out of him there. Looks like interesting. 1 black, creature, human, clerk. It's a 1/1. Whenever an artifact is put into a graveyard from play, you may have target opponent lose 1 life. Be great against an artifact deck if you can just kill all the artifacts and make them lose some life. And then I got another Thought Courier, the Echoing Ruin, and the last common is Teljad Wolf. So that was all the commons. Quite a few, but very nice. Now, let's go through the uncommons, will we? And of course, this is a longer video. If you don't know that by now, then I don't know why you're watching. Arcbound Slith. Look at that art. That is amazing. He's just like fumes coming off of him. The detail work in the armor. Love the green to black. Very nice, like color swirling. Love it. 2 cost artifact creature Slith. When Arcbound Slith deals combat damage to player, put a 1/1 counter on it, and it's modular 1. So it's a 2 that comes in with 1 counter. If you deal damage to a player, you get to put a counter on it. If you keep damaging a player, boom, you keep getting him stronger. This would be great for like a Rogue's Passage to help him get the damage through. Looks like Shuko, looks like some climbing claws or just some mean handshake gloves. 1 equip cost, 1 generic mana cost for artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+0, and its equip cost is 0. Interesting. Just give him a little bit of strength, a little bit of spike. Kind of like that. What is this? The Nim something? No. Arukon Siege Sled. So it looks like some crazy drilling machine or thresher, or I don't even know if those things were spinning. Ugh, I don't know. Right now I'm just picturing that Indiana Jones fight scene around the airplane, if you know what I'm talking about. I don't know why, but whatever. 6 generic cost artifact creature. It's a 3/5. 1 target artifact creature blocks Siege Sled this turn if able. 1 target artifact creature can't block Siege Sled turn. So you can make an artifact creature block him, or you can make an artifact creature not block him. But you can't make regular creatures decide to block or not block. He only works with artifact creatures. He only plays nice with them. I got an Arcbound Crusher. Very interesting, very mechanical looking, very crude. Reminds me of the shark from James and the Giant Peach. I don't know why. He's like held together by some sort of fiery magnetic field. You saw him rolling down the road. I don't know, I feel like he just tear up my car or something. For a generic artifact creature with trample. Of course he has trample, he's huge. Whenever another artifact comes into play, put a 1/1 counter on Arcbound Crusher. He is modular 1. So he's a 4 cost that comes in with only 1. But if you're playing him in an artifact deck, and you keep playing artifacts, he can get quite strong, and the trample will help get the damage over. Very cool. I got a Fireball. X and a 1, I assume, which just does damage. It looks like these poor people are burned, and their crops as well, even though I guess their crops are like strange looking. Hopefully they make it away. Fireball, there's X damage divided evenly rounded down among any number of target creatures and or players, and as an additional cost to cast. As an additional cost to play Fireball, pay 1 for each creature. For each target beyond the first. Okay, that makes sense. So if you wanted it to do damage just to one creature, you pay 1 and whatever damage you want to do. But if you want to do damage to another creature, you have to pay 1 extra or 2 extra for 2 more creatures. Very interesting. Got another Crusher. Got an Angel's Feather. You know it's illegal to possess eagle feathers in America? Yeah, it's like a felony. 2003, Alan Palak. Very cool. Beautiful art. Lovely. Flying up into like the void in the sky. Beautiful. 2 generic artifact. Whenever a player plays a white spell, you may gain 1 life. Very cool. A Skull Clamp. I think this is actually a good card. A Skull Clamp, very interesting, and it looks very Matrix-like. There's like a port into this person's poor neck, and yeah, it looks like, I don't know what this thing does, but who knows? It looks like it's doing some sort of mystical power. Very nice, very clean line work, very mechanical looking. Like the idea. 1 cost. Artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +1, -1. When an equipped creature is put into graveyard, draw 2 cards, and its equipped is 1/1. Is 1. Very cool. Skull Clamp. Skull Clamp. Another Arcbound Crusher. Quite a few Crushers. I think this is actually a little bit of an expensive card. Moradin. Isharan Scepter. This girl has this very magical scepter. You can almost see the aura coming off of it. She's holding it away from her. She knows it's powerful, very serious face, and you can see her back is actually bending back as she's like trying to push away almost. 2 generic artifact, Imprint. When Ishokran Scepter comes into play, you remove an instant card with converted mana cost 2 or less from your hand, less in your hand from the game. The removed card is imprinted on this artifact. 2 in tap, you may copy the imprinted instant card and play the copy without paying its mana cost. Very cool. I like that. You can just play spells pretty much for free. I got a Voltaic Construct. Looks like he's made of electricity and rocks held together by something strange. Very interesting landscape. I like it. I like the blues. I like the break in the sky to lighten it up. Kind of gives you to focus on his face a little bit and then darkens up again. Very good balance. 4 generic artifact creature Golem. Untap targeted artifact creature for 2, and it's a 2/2. Very cool for an artifact deck. Can mess with your opponent's head if you attack with a big guy, then decide to untap him. What they gonna do? Not much, that's for sure. And the next one is the same. And the next one looks like a mirror copy of him. Core Trapper. Looks like he's trying to harness some of that pure, colorless mana energy. His eyes look like they're about to explode. Looks like he's sparking all over. Very cool, very nice colors. Well, I love blue. Got some paper on my finger. 2 generic artifact creature Mirror. 1/1. Tap. Put a charge counter on target artifact. Sacrifice Core Trapper. Put 2 charge counters on target artifact. So if that'd be good for like an Ether Vial or something. I think those take charge counters. Yeah, that'd be really good for that. This might be a nice card. Very cool, very cool. I got an Arcbound Lancer. It looks like he's some sort of fire ostrich hybrid. I don't even know. Very interesting. It looks like his arms are floating and just very interesting. Like it though. I really like the background. Looks like it's moving. I don't know. Is it moving fast or is that just windy? I can't tell. But I really like this art. A 7. Woo. 7 generic artifact creature with first strike. It's a modular 4. So it's a 7 cost. It comes in as a 4/4, but modular. So when it dies or another creature dies, you may move its counters onto him, and it has first strike. So that could be a big advantage always to get in the first hit. It's always nice. What is this? Spawning Pit? Yes, it is. Very cool, lovely art. It looks like just they throw graves. Throw people in there and maybe transform them into mirrors or something. I don't know. Just looks caustic, nasty. 2 generic artifact. Sacrifice a creature. Put a charge counter on Spawning Pit. 1. Remove 2 charge counters from Spawning Pit. Put a 2/2 spawn artifact creature token into play. So yeah. You sacrifice a creature, add it to the pool. Once you have enough in the pool, you can start creating your own spawn artifact creature tokens. Another Angel's Feather. Another Isharan Scepter. Another Isharan Scepter. Some Urza's Legacy. Look at this art. Beautiful. RB 1990. Boom. Mike Robbie. Interesting, but honestly, this is beautiful. Look at the metallic and the shine on his legs. This is like a beautiful beetle that's opening up. And on the inside, I'm not even sure what that is. Some sort of... I don't know. Maybe that's like... Maybe this is like a vehicle or something. Jehora's Toolbox. 2 generic. I miss the old artifact color. Compared to this, I like the brown 30 billion times better. Artifact creature, and it's a 1/1 and has 2 regenerate target artifact creature. Very cool. So, play this, and then I pay 2 mana. You can regenerate target artifact creature and keep him alive. Very awesome. Looks like I got a Loomgrid Sentinel, 2 and a blue, human, wizard, flying. When an artifact comes into play under your control, you may tap target permanent. It's a 1/2. Very cool. So if you're playing an artifact heavy deck, whenever you play an artifact, tap a creature or an artifact. Cool. Interesting art too. Looks like he's tapping energy from this or shooting energy. Looks like he's more shooting it from some sort of magical gun. Again, another big head guy, and he's like got a flying machine, it looks like. Very interesting. Cool. And he's a wizard. Ooh, I got another one of these. I don't know why I'm so excited. I just really like this art. Just so beautiful. Another one of these caustic looking guys. Arcbound Slith. Ooh, some Saviors of Kamigawa. Is this a spirit? Fox or something? No, it's enchantment. Ward of Pity. 1 and a white. Interesting looking thing. Looks like shooting out some sort of like spirit circles. Beautiful cape. Got a sword. Doesn't even look like it's sheathed. Watch out. Don't. Looks like it's like resting on its leg. Don't want to bend down too fast and slit your leg open. Ouch. But very beautiful. Looks very flowing and just lovely art. Enchant creature. 1 and a white. The next 1 damage that would be dealt to enchant creature this turn is dealt to target creature or player instead. Interesting. So you can pay a lot of 1 and a white and pretty much revert damage to that creature to someone else. So if you feel like blocking with that creature, paying a lot of 1 and white, send it to someone else. I'm thinking samurai deck for some reason, and I'm thinking I might put it in there. That's a possibility for sure. Looks like I got a Talon of Pain. Looks like some sort of war weapon made out of a bird claw. Interesting. Holding a fire. Looks like a ball staff on the end. Very interesting. Love the blues. Looks like it's drawn by that B something guy. Yeah, Darren Batter. That's just his like his tag or signal, and I respect it. It's very cool. Lovely art. Love the background. Very nice. And the flame looks so nice. And look at the detailing on the like the etching, or it's not etched on, but the flesh of the bird leg artifact. Whenever a source you control other than Talon of Pain deals damage to an opponent, put a charge counter on Talon of Pain. X tap, remove X charge counters from Talon of Pain. Talon of Pain deals X damage to target creature or player. Swoosh. Take that. So put a bunch of counters on him, and when you're dealt damage, remove it, and you can pretty much send it right back into their face. Very cool. Got another one of these. Ooh, what is this looking thing? These things are just like emitting noxious fumes out of their like pipes. That totally looks like he's from Alien. This one's got like a weapon in its teeth, it looks like. This one looks like it picked up some sort of creature's face and is just like confused about life. Really like the moon in the background. You can see the clouds like distorting it and stuff. Very beautiful picture. Look at the shading. Look at all the beautiful just like edges, smoke. Just great. The shading, I don't even know. These things are creepy. Scrounge. 2 and a black. Sorcery. Target opponent chooses an artifact card in his or her graveyard. Put that card into play under your control. Wow, that's it's pretty cool. So if you get this early on and you kill their best artifact, that's good for you. You get it now. Interesting. I gotta concentrate. Looks like he's concentrating really hard. Hopefully he doesn't fracture a tooth. He's got a red beard, almost like a clear head. Interesting crown going on. Maybe it's like a radiator to keep his head cool. And he's just concentrating intently, and looks like a beam is coming out. It's from Odyssey. 2 and 2 blue. Does this look a little over to the right? I don't know. A sorcery, and it's just draw 3 cards. The treasure in my mind is greater than any worldly glory. Beautiful. And Glenn, Angus, and Arnie Sweckle. Looks like a dual artist construction. Got another Scrounge. Got another Ward of Pity. And another Arcbound Crusher. Before I do the rares, I just want to do a quick count of all the apprenticed wizards I have. Well, I got 4 apprentice wizards, blah blah blah, and it is 1 and 2 blue. Very interesting background. Looks like the same artist who did like Healing Slav. I don't know, just very very good. I don't know how he does those swirls so well. Beautiful. Summon Wizard. Blue, tap, add 3 to your mana pool. Play this ability as an interrupt. Dan Fraser, good job with the backgrounds. Respect. And it's a 0/1 creature. So he can't take much damage, but he can help you get some mana out. Gotta unsummon. Return target creature to his owner's hand. Looks like this dragon's getting sucked into a vortex from 8th edition, and bye-bye. Got an unsummon from 4th edition, and it just looks like something was coming into existence, shocked this guy, but something sucked him right back out. Blue, return target creature to your hand. Same as the other one, same as this one. And I got a terror. I always like this art, very cool, very interesting. It just looks like true pain. It looks like his mind, body, and everything is aching. 1 in a black, instant bury. You know it's old when it says bury. Bury target non-black, non-artifact creature. And it's a 4th edition, I believe. So pretty much kill a non-black, non-artifact creature for 2. Lovely, lovely. And I got another unsummon and another terror. I believe these are from different editions. 97 5th, 95 4th. So not much difference to tell. This one may be a little bit darker, nicer color printing, and the artist's signature is also on there. Let's see if I can actually make it out. No, that looks like jargon with my eyes. Ron Spencer, respect. Yes. Alright, now let's go over thy rares. The first rare I got is Thought Dissector. Me and my words and brain don't work. It looks like some weird looking alien thing is just probing this guy's mind to get out all of his thoughts. And it looks like he's still awake and in pain because he looks like he's gritting on his teeth. So maybe he's been captured by aliens and no good. And you can just see his mind spilling into there. For generic artifact, X tap. Target opponent reveals cards from top of his or her library until an artifact card or X cards is revealed. Whichever comes first. If an artifact card is revealed this way, put it into play under your control. Sacrifice Thought Dissector. Put the rest of the revealed cards into player's graveyard. Wow, this is a doozy. Especially if you're going up against like an artifact deck. You could just either make them throw away all their cards or just take whatever first artifact you get and it is pretty much yours. I like that. I got an Elf Warrior. Verdant Zealot. 2 green for a 2/1 creature. Elf Warrior. 1 in green. Sacrifice Verdant Zealot. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Very cool. Might need to go in the Z Elf deck. Beautiful art. It looks like a pulse of dross. Just pain is coming over them. It looks like they don't even, their eyes aren't even open. Their clothes are tearing. It looks like there's a really tight thing around his muscle, cutting off the circulation. Very interesting, mountainous. All this like green smog is just crazy. 1 and 2 black. Sorcery. Target player reveals 3 cards from his or her hand. You choose one of them. That player discards that card. If that player has more cards in his hand than you, return Pulse of Draws to his owner's hand. Rat deck, here I come. Whew, I'm digging that, because usually when I'm on my rat deck, I usually have barely any cards in my hand. I think this is turning out to be a good old lot. Look at this art. Reflection off that is just beautiful. Some crazy looking dragon without eyes or something. Oh, he's a worm. Respect. Love worms. I always did when I was little because they're huge. Yep, 6'4". Roaring slagworms. 5 and 2 green. Beautiful art. He's just busting through the ground, it looks like. Whenever roaring slagworm attacks, tap all artifacts. If you're playing against an artifact deck, this is like their worst nightmare. They're going to be taking 6 damage every turn. Boom. Game over. Got an 8th edition Phyrexian Colossus. A very old artifact. You can tell he's a little bit big because that's a normal person, and that is him. And it looks like he came out of some mountainous cave. And I'm surprised why this guy is just standing there and not running like a little girl. 7 cost. I believe this is a card that makes a noise. Just a little bit. 7 cost for an 8/8. Boom. Phyrexian Colossus doesn't untap during your untap step. Pay 8 life. Untap Phyrexian Colossus. Phyrexian Colossus can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures. So there's a lot going for it, but to untap it, you have to pay a whole lot unless you have a card that can untap it for you. Like, there's some card I have that says tap or untap target artifact. I think Galvanic Key. That would just make this card beautiful. Lovely. It looks like I got a 7th edition. Interesting. I like this. This is going on my wizard deck. 150%. 1 and 2 blue. Looks like an almost underwater-like, or maybe just electrified, strange-looking wand or weapon. This woman is just enraged and throwing out her magic. Creature wizard, and it has tap, sacrifice, darling, apprentice, counter target spell. So pretty much get this out early on in the game. Let them know. Don't play anything, or you can just counter it. Always nice to have counter spells. And this is just another one. This one also has a little bit of the... but I don't mind. It looks like I got a legendary creature spirit. What is this, a frog man? Totally looks like a frog man, except he has 2 faces for eyes. I don't even know. It looks like there's some like magical scriptures there. He's got crazy hair going on. This is some interesting art. I really like the balance. Very cool. I like the arm color, the very dark body. Very interesting eyes with like the green smog again. Wow, this is good. Christopher Rush, fly by night. Tomorrow, Ozma's familiar, 5 and a blue, legendary creature spirit. It's a 1/5. If you would draw a card, look at the top 3 cards of your library instead. Put one of those cards in your hand and the rest on the bottom in any order. Very good advantage. Pretty much you get to draw cards 3 at a time and pick the one you like, and that could be a game winner. Very cool. Looks like I got another 8th. Oh no, this is an 8th edition. Eater of Days. That looks like a crazy huge flying thing. And like the land, those things are huge. Those like pylons or whatever. And it looks like this is flying away. Not even sure. This thing is just monstrous. It looks like maybe there's a planet outline in the background. Crazy thing. It's a Leviathan for 4. Oh, wait, what? Okay, there we go. That makes sense. 4 generic, it's a 9/8 flying trample. But when Eater of Days comes into play, you skip your next 2 turns. So that could be a game loser for you. But if they don't have much on the board, this guy could save your booty. Very cool. Looks like I got a Gemini engine. Am I a Gemini? I don't even know my sign. I think so, actually. 6 generic. Looks like he's some sort of spirit going through this artifact creature. Very cool. Artifact creature 3/4. Whenever Gemini engine attacks, put an attacking twin artifact creature token into play. Its power is equal to Gemini engine's power, and its toughness equals to Gemini's engine's toughness. Sacrifice a token at the end of combat. So pretty much whenever you attack with him, you put a clone of him out and he's attacking, but then at the end of turn, he vanishes. So pretty cool when he throws out 6 damage every time he attacks. Very cool. And I got a reshape. Looks like one of those strange balls in some of those pictures is transforming into something else. Very strange looking. Very beautiful. Love the balance. Very dark, very light in the middle. Just imagining what it's turning into. Love it. X and 2 blue sorcery. As an additional cost to play reshape, sacrifice an artifact. Search your library for an artifact card with converted mana cost X or less. Put it into play, then shuffle your library. Okay, that's very good. If you have an artifact deck, you will have an artifact card that you will always want to get, I'm sure. And this could get that for you and could be a game winner. Very cool. Got another Gemini engine. Looks like I got Chrome Scale Drake. He's got some chrome skin. Very interesting. Looks like some lightning in the background. Interesting art. Kind of cartoonish, I want to say, but I don't know. 6 and 3 blue. He's quite a big, but he has affinity for artifacts, so you could possibly get him out for just 3. He has flying. He's a 3/4, and then when Chromatic Drake comes into play, reveal the top 3 cards of your library. Put all artifact cards revealed this way onto your hand, and the rest into your graveyard. So it's an interesting card. You can get him out for cheap if you have a bunch of artifacts, and it has flying, and you get a look at your cards, and if it's artifact, put it in your hand. If not, you gotta trash them all. I got Kamigawa rare. So I can do the piles are becoming a mess. Disrupting shoal. Looks like a, yeah, I was about to say fish or something. Looks like some sort of flying fish around this lady. I was going to say her hair is interesting, but her arms are just over her head. And I don't even know. She's like doing something very interesting background, like some magic is going on. X and 2 blue, instant arcane. I don't know why I was pointing at that. You may remove a blue card with converted mana cost X in your hand from the game, then rather pay disrupted shows mana cost. Counter target spell if its converted mana cost is X. So pretty much you can play this. What? You may remove a blue card with converted mana cost X in your hand. You can play this for free if you remove a blue card. This could be one of a very good counter spells. This could be very nice. Very nice. It looks like I got a Mycosynth Lattice. Very interesting. Love the perspective from the ground up to see the roots. I love taking pictures like that of trees, I'm not going to lie. These are very beautiful trees-like structures. You can see all the way in the background. You can see that the air makes it thicker to see. Love that beautiful art. Anthony S. Waters. Interesting last name. 6 generic artifact. All permanent effects. All permanents are artifacts in addition to their other types. All cards that aren't in play spells aren't in play spells and permanents are colorless. Players base spend mana as though if they were of any color. Okay, this is a doozy. If you're playing something with like affinity for artifacts, you probably want this very bad. Huh. Cool. I like that. I like that. Cool. Lovely art too. I got a Mycosynth Golem. He kind of has a sad look to his face. Very interesting. He's just like holding so many blades, or his hands are, well, he's got, actually, look, what is that, like 6 hands? And it looks like the trees are in the background. Like that, but it's a different artist. You can really tell just by looking. Yeah, Paulo Parente or something. This is actually 5th on. 11 cost. Ooh, he's a big boy. For a 4 or 5. Ooh, okay, that's crazy. Artifact creature golem. Affinity for artifacts. So, if you have 11 artifacts out, you can throw them out for free. Artifact creature spells you play have affinity for artifacts. So even if they don't have affinity for artifacts, they do now. So you could be almost playing every card you have for free. You can just pretty much throw your whole hand out if you're able to get him out. Ooh, that's a big boy. Very cool. Got another reshape. Beautiful card. Ooh, this looks real pretty. Well of Lost Dreams. Look like this well is just radiating magic power. It looks like it's blowing the grass away or something. See signature Jeff Maracola. Very interesting, lovely art, and it's an artifact. Whenever you gain life, you may pay X, where X is less than equal to a number of life gains. If you do, draw X card. Very cool. So if you have some life link or something, you can always gain a lot of life. Very cool. And then the next card I got is Pristine Angel. Now this is a beautiful card. Look at all the colors used. Like a rainbow. This is lovely. There's like veils or curtains over here. This angel has like almost metallic wings. She has like floating rings around her head. Her head looks like it's on fire. She looks like interesting arms, almost like glowing gems all over her. This is beautiful. I like that. I really do. Great balance, some pink background, dark here, really draws you up towards your face. I don't know, I love it. Scott M. Fisher, congratulations. It is a 4 in 2 white flying. As long as Pristine Angel is untapped, it has protection from artifacts and from all colors. It's a 4/4, and whenever you play a spell, you may untap Pristine Angel. Interesting. So, pretty much, it has protection from lots if it's untapped. That's awesome. Very cool indeed. cool. I really like that art. I just really do. Got another one of these chrome scale drakes. It's alright. It's got affinity for artifacts. Very cool. Looks like I got some sort of Kamigawa thing. Looks like a monk or something. Looks like he's got some extra hands. He's got 2 and then 2 here. He's doing some like hand signals or holding a staff and strange position. Maybe he's praying. Threads of disloyalty. So it looks like maybe those are threads that he's doing something with. Can't really tell what these like white things are, but very cool. Gotta say, love the green background. This is also very well balanced. Very good. Nice focal point. 1 and 2 blue. Enchanted creature. Threads of disloyalty. Can enchant only a creature with converted mana cost 2 or less. You control enchanted creature. Oh, so you can throw it on an opponent's creature for 2 or less. That's interesting. Very interesting. So pretty much send out the threads of disloyalty, gain the creature, make it disloyal to its owner, and it's yours. Very cool. I got one of these, I think reflector something. Panoptic mirror. Panoramic mirror, I don't know. It looks like a shield that this crazy person is holding up, reflecting some sort of insane light, or maybe actually sending out this insane light. Very beautiful colors, the blue sheen. It almost looks like brazing or something. I don't know. Like sometimes when you heat up metal or something, it changes like almost to like a blue color for a little bit. I don't know. Or if you braze it, it turns like gold, I guess. Whatever. 5 generic cost artifact, and also very good balance. Pretty dark here, very light here, so it's not like too heavy on one side. I feel like, well, maybe it might be a little bit too heavy on this side, but maybe that's what he wants. He wants you to look at the immense power and feel it compared to him. I think that's what he wants. Glenn Angus, I believe that's what he feels. Artifact imprint, X and tap. You may remove an instant or sorcery card with converted mana cost X from your hand from the game. That card is imprinted on this artifact. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may copy an imprinted instant or sorcery card and play the copy without paying its mana cost. So, if it was me, imprint a lightning bolt and lightning bolt them every upkeep. Bada bing, bada bing, bada boom, bada boom. Did I already get this? No, I don't believe so. This looks like some interesting spirit. Almost shell-like floating inside of a bubble, drawn by Kev Walker. Very beautiful. Kira, great glass spinner. I used to work in a glass shop too. Makes me sad. So I guess those are like glass protection orbs or something. 1 and 2 blue. Legendary creature spirit flying. Creatures you control have, whenever this creature becomes target of spell or ability for the first time, counter that spell or ability. It's a 2/2. Ooh, so even for this, that is awesome. So pretty much it puts a protective shell of glass over every creature, and if they want to do a lightning bolt to it, they gotta do 2, otherwise it's useless. Very cool indeed. Looks like I got an Arcbound Reclaimer, a Golem. Got a very interesting feel, very interesting vibe, very beautiful art too. Love it. Love the angle like this. Cool. Got some like energy holding them together. 4 generic cost artifact creature golem. Remove a +1/+1 counter from Arcbound Reclaimer. Put a target artifact card from your graveyard on top of your library. Cool. And it's modular too. So it comes in with 2 counters on it. If you remove a counter, you get to put a card from your graveyard on top of your library and draw it next turn. And I got 2 of those. I got another one of these Panoptic mirrors. And then I got an Arcbound Overseer. Looks like a big guy. He looks like he has kind of a happy face. 8 generic cost artifact creature golem. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control with modular. Wow. And it's modular 6. That's quite good. So even him, each upkeep, he gets stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. Now this is a doozy. Very cool. I'm liking that. Got another one of Kira, great glass spinner. Got another Chrome Fear Drake. And those are the rares I got. Now I will go over the foils. I got one of the foil Devarkin engineers making the ant. I read that one already. I got a Voltaic construct. Very cool. I've read that one too. I got a Darksteel Citadel. It's an artifact land, so I don't know if it counts as a spell or not. And Darksteel Citadel is indestructible and it adds 1 to your mana pool, so you can throw it out and boom, it will be always there. And I also have a foil islands. And I'll just go over the non-basics I got for the last of them. I also do have a pile of counter spells, 4, so it's an awesome playset and lovely art, ranging from 7th to 5th to 7th. I mean 6th. And then I also got a bunch of Seat of Synod. Bloop, 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 bloop. I got a playset of Seat of Synod artifact lands. Seat of Synod is not a spell. Pretty much throw it out as an artifact. I believe you can play it also in a land, and just as blue to your mana pool. Very cool. Some more Darksteel Citadel, and I have more than enough of those. If you can tell, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 of those. Very cool. Cloud Posts I went over for a second, but I have a playset of these. Oh, I got the. I'll go over these, and these are Land Locust Cloud Post. Cloud Post comes into play tapped. Tap, add 1 to your mana pool for each Locust in play. So, if you have all 4 out, all 4 of them will produce 4 mana, so 4, 8, 12, 16. 16 mana from 4 cards. Pretty much cast really like anything almost. So that's very cool for an artifact deck you like that. And I also got a Vault of Whispers. Beautiful art. Lovely. The Noxious Field, that's probably where all those ghouls come from. A Morden artifact land for a swamp. Very cool. Adds black to your mana pool. Also, nice little surprise. Got an Unglued Island. I don't know why I've been getting these lately. Hopefully I'll hit a swamp. Make my day. And also got some lands. And of course, we cannot forget the NVIDIA sticker. I hope you guys made it all the way through this video. If you did, you're my true fans. And to show that appreciation, I would like you to type in NVIDIA in the description. I mean, in the comments below, so I know that you're a true fan. Respect if you made it all the way through. I hope you guys had a great day. I had a blast opening this, and I hope you get the best luck in all your card packs and win all your Magic games and just have a great time. Thanks for stopping by, and take it easy.